YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing an end of the month list. That's right, it is January 31st. However, you're only going to get one end of the month list today, and that is for the new releases. I will be posting my end of month for first watches of 2024 for January tomorrow, mainly because it's school night and I have a lot more time tomorrow, so just expect that. And surprisingly, I didn't see many movies this first month of the year. I really wanted to watch Mean Girls, but unfortunately, I couldn't go to the theater to see it, and I also couldn't find it on any, bootleg stuff, so unfortunately, I could not watch it. Hopefully, by the beginning of this month, I'm able to find it somewhere, because I really want to watch it. With that said, let's go in and get started talking about Mean Girls. Let's go ahead and get started talking about 2024 January films. And for me, this is easily the weakest of all the 2024 movies. Easily my least favorite so far. And I think probably the big part of that is it. Now, I haven't seen all of the DC animated films. By the time the new one comes out, which I don't even know when that's going to be coming out, I definitely gotta keep a close eye on it, because most definitely this was not a good, but at the same time, this was not a good movie. Now, of course, I loved Flashpoint Paradox. I thought that was a great film. Even though that technically was the first one in the franchise, I still love it. And this was a film that was just so disappointing. They took the concept of multiverse. There were some cool, interesting scenes here and there, but it just did not live up to any expectations. It was hard to care about all this stuff. It's like, why is Flash jumping from one timeline in his life to one timeline in his life? It's like, it's so weird. And at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't really make any sense as to where all this is going. And so it was just kind of a film I wanted to enjoy. And I don't know, I just couldn't enjoy it as much. So it comes in last for worst January film of 2024. So it's kind of interesting. This is a movie that's based off of a short film that I saw a week before before Night Swim came out. And I finally saw Night Swim, I believe, like a couple days after it was released. And I thought it was kind of disappointing. As much as the uniqueness of the short film was, where you have this girl going to the pool at night and someone's watching her, I was kind of thinking, what if they made that into a feature-length film? And it doesn't quite work. It turns into this supernatural stuff. None of the actors that they really cast here, especially like they cast Wyatt Russell, that's his name, right? Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son, and he just doesn't really do a good job at it. You kind of care about the family just a little bit, but not in the best shape or way or form. Overall, it is just like a disappointing film, and I cannot really enjoy it, so it comes down to the bottom. So this is a Netflix action heist film, and I think that stars Kevin Hart and the girl that plays Renslayer from Loki, and I think this movie is fine. It's a fine, enjoyable film. If you like Kevin Hart, if you like action heist movies, except it's on a plane, if you like Vincent D'Onofrio in a different role besides Kingpin, I think you'll enjoy it. It has some entertainment, but it's not the best movie of all time, though. It's certainly not the best one. Is it good? Yeah, but that's all I can really say about it. It's kind of a heist movie that is forgettable. And that's all I can really say about it. Okay, so surprisingly, January has been famous for a lot of really enjoyable action films. And The Bricklayer, I would definitely say, is another competitor to another pretty good action movie. So you bring in the guy that played Two-Face in The Dark Knight, and bring him in to be our action star, And I thought it actually quite worked. Plus his little interactions with the woman he's with was really nice. And I will say, some of the action here was actually quite brutal. Some of it was quite nice and really good. Some of it was actually really shot well. At other times, it could be a little bit choppy, and it feels like it's trying to do its own thing, and it doesn't really work. But at the same time, this was a film that I thought gave action, and I thought it really worked well. So I thought it worked for what it was going for, and that's all I can really say about The Bricklayer. Now, easily, this is not my favorite film of all time. This is certainly not a top-tier film of the 2020s, but it is my favorite film of January 2024 as of right now, as I can really think it's the only movie that I actually really liked. And The Beekeeper lived up to what the trailers brought to us. Once again, Jason Statham just confirms. Honestly, if you truly think about it, Jason Statham is the action star of the 2020s. I mean, he's of course in the Fast and Furious franchise, but when you look at his certain independent action films, this is really the big standard of what one of his action movies can do. And I think that this is personally one of his best action movies, besides being in the Fast and Furious franchise, as it first starts out as this interesting exploration of what would happen if your money got stolen. You were on the car with you were on a call with the bank, and they just stole all your money, and those happened to be hackers, and you lost all your money and all the accounts you've made, everything. I kind of wish they explored more of that, but once you get into Jason Statham's character, and he's not just this worthless beekeeper, and he actually becomes more than just a beekeeper and packs a sting, it really is something special. Now, obviously, I think probably the unique thing about this film is, it's directed by the people that did Suicide Squad from 2016. David Ayer. And he just delivers with all of the action set pieces. Some of them can be really brutal. Some of them are also really shot well in really good places. And then other times, there's even this one fight that I was actually really impressed with, that he had with this guy that he brutally punched him in the face with this metal bar on his fist, and it was just so brutal. To me, these are the type of action movies that I want more of. Now, I do really appreciate the John Wick trilogy, the John Wick films, but I think they're more for realistic action fans. If you want to see realistic action and stuff like that, The Beekeeper is more of a little bit more really intelligent, choreographed action that looks a little bit like CGI, but still looks really good to this day. I just think that this film is really good. Is it the best film of 2024? As of right now, yes, but it's not. I give this a B+, maybe B. It is not an A+ movie. It's a B tier film, but it's very, very fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And that is my ranking of all the January 2024 films. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll all my social media stuff is in the about section somewhere. I don't know. Actually, I don't really care if you do it. I probably should stop saying that in my reviews. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.